Hello, everyone. Welcome to Gold Nugget, JAW_success. If this is your first time to the channel, let me welcome you. If you have already subscribed, let me thank you for joining me on this growth path. Today, my nugget is there are options to the future. Now, the future is not set in stone. Okay? The future is not set in stone. Every one of us will not have the same future to some degree. And what do I mean by this? Now, as a Christian, I can tell you that there are two final destinations when it comes on to the future. And there are many who will argue that I don't know nothing, I don't know squat, and I am only giving my opinion and whatever. Whatever the case, that's all right. But as a Christian, I hold this belief that in the end, there will be two destinations. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about heaven or hell. What I'm talking about is the option that we will have for a future in our life. Now, as I said before in one of the videos, we all will not live to the same age. Some will live until they are 103. Some will die even in the womb. We will not all live to the same degree. And so, again, I'm not talking about the age at which an individual dies. What I'm talking about is how we as individual determine our future and what kind of future we will have. Some years ago, I was teaching a class, or I was teaching a session, and I said to the class I was watching television, and they said that this actress was growing old gracefully. And I asked the class, grace, what does grace mean? And they said, well, it is the divine favor. Yes, I was talking to a Christian class. But when I look at the whole business, and I could say based on Christianity and based on my faith, she was not growing old gracefully. But in truth, she was growing old gracefully, because grace is having unmerited favor, right? It is having unmerited favor. We don't deserve it, but we get it. And as a result of having it, we live a particular way. Now, there are some individuals who will get grace. What do I mean by that? There are some individuals who they will walk in a restaurant, and the restaurateur would give them their meal. Some individuals are paid to wear a certain brand. All right? I remember one athlete who mistakenly wore another brand while they were out and about. And their company, their sponsoring company, right, was furious over it. As a matter of fact, the tabloids was down on them because guess what? They were out of their brand. Now, what are you talking about in this video again, Junior? The future, right? We don't all will have the same future. The future is not predetermined for everyone. So, for you and I, we will have to determine what kind of future we are going to have. And how we determine that kind of future. That future is determined based upon what we do today, what we do now, what we do from this moment onwards. So, I will classify the future as the next set of decisions you will make in order to ensure that you achieve or accomplish your dream. Okay? The next set of necessary decision that you will make. Not decision that you would like to make. Not decision that, because there are some decisions we don't want to make. Right? But we must make them if we are going to achieve our future. The future we would want. And the future I would want is to know that when I reach to a particular age, I don't have to get up out of my bed and go work a 9 to 5 job for penny. And then when I finish working the week and I'm tired, I can't pay my bills. I have to be looking to my son or my daughter for handout. I don't really want that future. And many individuals reach to a place in their lives where that's the future they're going to have. Why? Because from now, they did not make the decision that whatever it will cost them. And in one previous video, I say, don't put a cost on it or don't put a price on it, put a value. This is what I'm saying. When you look at your future in terms of what you will gain from it, right? Then it becomes a difference. You put out the necessary sacrifice and effort today or tomorrow to accomplish that. There are some individuals in the future, they're not going to have good health. Why? Because today, the decision that they make today is to smoke, drink, party, bleach, eat the unhealthy food and those things, fail to exercise, fail to rest, fail to have a time of relaxation and worship and meditation and all of those kind of stuff. So what they end up with in the future is ill health. Right? Now, I personally don't want a future where I get old and I do not have anybody to care for me. Right? There are some individuals who will end up in the future and they will be in a house that is smelly, things are out of place, dirty, they can't wash themselves because guess what? They have never sought to surround themselves while they were young with groups of individuals like church. I know some persons who don't like to talk about church, but church helps. I know of individuals who their kids leave them, but the church put them up in a golden age home and have them maintained until they are dead. Pay for their funeral. Why? Because the future that they sowed in their youth was one of fellowship and camaraderie and sowing into other people's lives. So the future is not the same for everybody. What is your future going to be? Start from today to look at determining your future. If you do not determine or take the necessary decision today to ensure what your future will be, you will have a predetermined future. And the predetermined future is this: you will have, if somebody live this way, then this is what they will have in the end. You're a spendthrift. You spend off every little money you have in gambling, in womanizing, in partying, in whatever. When you reach to a particular age in your life, you will not have anything to fall back on. So I'm saying to you, look at your future. If you're a young person watching this video, I'm saying study hard. Put in the necessary. Go to university. Go to college. Do whatever you need to do. Build the right friendship. Build the right team. Don't let people in your office hate you because you are such a stick in the mud. Sow the correct thing, because in the end, the future is what we make of it, not what is predetermined for us. Not even God himself impose a future on us. He says we are to choose. And so those two ends that I talked about earlier on, we are going to be the one who choose it based on the life that we live today. So I'm saying to you, the future is not determined or predetermined for everybody. We will not have all the same future, but we make sure that we sow into the present what we want to mature in the future. Every tree planted today will mature into something tomorrow. Okay? And we determine what that something will be. This is JAW saying, sow correctly, because the future have this tendency to not be what we want it to be when we do not sow properly today. We get other people's future and not the one that we would have dreamed on. All right? Bye. God bless you.